school friends, how they had to interact with people after all this was over with. Any time that they were testifying, long hours of testimony, and also the fact that the parents were complicit in making the decisions that would affect the lives of these children.
Did Larry Feldman mention Geraldine Hughes's book Redemption?
No.
That showed Larry Feldman to be a scoundrel?
No. Didn't discuss any of that.
He didn't mention that she was his personal secretary that was disgusted with what Larry Feldman and others with that first case had done. He didn't mention her at all.
No.
Not surprised. Surprise, surprise. Are
No.
you surprised, Geraldine? He didn't mention you.
No.
Who's the next one?
Next one is...
Oh, wait. How long did Larry Feldman get to talk?
Well, each one of them talked about 30 minutes. I mean, they had plenty of time.
So Judge Melville talked about 30 minutes.
Oh, yes. Maybe longer.
And then Larry Feldman spoke about 20 minutes?
Well, he spoke quite a while.
30 minutes?
I would say each one, well, something like that.
And who moderated?
There was another gentleman there. I'd have to look in my notes. But there was another gentleman that did that.
Okay, and then who spoke after Larry Feldman?
Zonen, Ron Zonen. And
Prosecutor Ron Zonen from Santa Barbara?
yes, he was the next one.
Okay.
And he talked at length about Gavin and the terrible situation that he grew up in, living in one room for the first 12 years of his life until his father was removed from the scene, about the horrific abuse that that family had incurred at the father's hands, and that they all lived in one room all this time, separated by sheets to make the different rooms. He talked about the Martin Bashir interview.
He was talking about the Vizio family.
Yes.
How they lived in East LA here.
Right.
Not very far from this hotel.
Well, they grew up under some tough circumstances.
Yeah.
Tough circumstances.
And who was saying that?
Pardon?
Who was saying that?
Ron Zonen.
Ron Zonen. He felt really sorry for this family because they had tough circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Tremendous empathy for the liars and perjurers.
That's what each one was presenting, his perspective.
Their perspective, okay.
His perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
He talked then about Martin Bashir's interview, and that only boys that were 10 to 13 were the only ones coming to Neverland. He talked a little bit more about Gavin's mother being uncontrollable and unstable, that there were significant issues with her in Zonen's office.
Wait a minute. Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Ron Zonen admitted that.
Yes, he did.
Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Ron Zonen admitted that.
Yes, he did.
Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Yes, he said the mother was uncontrollable, that no one ever knew what she was going to come out with next, what she was going to say. She was liable to say anything at any time.
Janitor Vizio was. And yet they went ahead and prosecuted Michael on an uncontrollable witness. Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Ron Zonen admitted that.
Yes.
Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Ron Zonen admitted that.
Yes, he did.
Zonen said that it was what? Zonen said that it was what?
Ultimately a shakedown of Michael Jackson.
Ron Zonen admitted that.
Yes, he did.
Zonen said that it was what?